Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we are just going to create our welded truss. Okay, as you can see from here, the trusses that we have are welded, all the members are welded together. So let's get started and see how you can create your welded truss in Revit. So I'll just go to this file here and start, creating our trusses. If I just go to south here, okay, you see that I just have two levels, level 1 and level 2, and I'll just need to create, our truss on top there. Okay, now it's very, very important that you go to one of the levels there and identify where you'd like to start, creating your first truss. So I'm just going to use grid 1 and go back to south. Then what I'm going to do, I'll just go to truss there, click on truss. Then this box will appear. It will just ask you to specify where you want to place your first truss. I'll just use name and click grid 1, okay, and click on okay. Then from here, I'll just specify the truss height, okay. I want my truss height to be 1.2, which is 1200 millimeters. Then just move inside to apply the changes. Then from here, I can pick the type of truss that I want to create. If it's not here, okay, just go to load family there. Then just go back to your main library. I'm using the UK library right here, and just go to structured trusses. Okay, then from here, you can pick the truss that you want to start with. Okay, but for me, I already loaded. It's just a matter of selecting and click on open. But in our case, we are going to use this one and modify it according to how we want the truss to be. Now the placement plane, remember, we already selected grid 1. You can even select it from there. Okay, so what you are going to do is now just click that point and that point. Okay, see that you have the truss there. Click on modify. Now you notice that these are not the members that you want to use for this truss. That's not a problem. You can just select on the truss there, click on edit type there, and you see that you have the top chord, vertical, webs, diagonal, and the bottom chords. So it's just a matter of going to the structure framing there and pick the member that you want to use for the truss. Now, if you check here, you see that you don't find the member that you are looking for. Just make sure that you load before coming here. So I'll just go to insert there and load family. Okay, then go back to the main library. Okay, the UK library, but make sure that you go to structural framing. Then go to steel. I'll use British Standard, and then I want to use a rectangular hollow section. I'll click on it and click on open. Okay, then from here, let me pick the one that I'm looking for. Okay, then from here, I'm just going to pick that one, hold control. I'll just pick two of these. Okay, 50 by 30 by 2.6, and this one and that one, and click on open. Okay, so I've loaded the members that I want to use. So now I just select the truss, click on edit type there, then go to the top chords. Okay, click there, and I'm going to pick this one here for the top chord, that one there, and also for the bottom chord, I'm going to pick the cell member. Just go there and pick the cell member. Okay, so right there. Then for the diagonal webs and the vertical webs, I'm also going to pick a smaller section. I'll go for this one. Okay, select on that, and then go to diagonal webs, click there and select that one there. Okay, then just click on apply and click on okay, and you see that the members have updated. Now I need to modify the truss. I want it to be like this one. Okay, so I'll go back to south there, and what you need to do is just select on the truss and click on edit profile. Just click there, then you are in the sketch mode. So what I'm going to do, I'll just click on the top chord because I want to modify the top chord. If you want to modify the bottom chord, you can pick that one, but it's the top chord. I'll select on it, then click on the line. Then from the center there, I just want it to maybe touch the middle part of that. Then pick that center there and that center there. And what I'm going to do, I'll just delete the top code since I have the new top code there. Click on delete. Okay, then I'll just click on finish there, and from here you see that you are going to have your truss, your first truss. Now if I just go to the 3D view, okay, and orbit like this, okay, let me just hide the levels. I'll just go to VG there, annotate, and then find the levels and deactivate it. Click on apply. Okay, now you see that we have some gaps here and these members are not welded, so you need to weld these members. Okay, so what I can do, I can use go to the steel tab there. Okay, for this one, what I need to do is just to create a miter. Click on miter there, select that member, hold control, select that one, right click, finish. Okay, wait a bit, it's trying to load. As you can see, I have the miter there. Now what you need to do, just click on edit there. Okay, we have the miter, and then just click on create the weld. Okay, you can just click there. If you want to specify the gap, you can. The weld thickness 6 is okay for me. Once you do that, cancel. I can also go to the other side, but make sure that if you see something like that, or if you're not able to see the miter or the connection, make sure that you are at fine level of detail and that to update. I can do the same on the other side. Just go to steel, miter there, select that member, make sure that it's selected, hold control, select that one, right click, finish. Okay, make sure that you're at fine level of detail. I'll leave it. Then for these other members, I'll demonstrate here, and on some few nodes, you can go ahead and finish the remaining nodes. So what you can do, just go to cop there. I'll just click on that. I'll start with this one. I'll select that member, hold control, select that member, right click, finish. Okay, you can see that we have the gap there. So what I'm going to do, this is the box. It's like a connection. Make sure that you go to detail there. And here we have parameters and welds. If I go to welds, of course, make sure that you activate that one. You can specify the weld type from here. I'm just going to maintain that weld. And weld location, I'm going to pick workshop because I want, to deliver the truss already welded on site. Okay, so pick that one, that is 6, and create the weld. Under the parameters, okay, for this one, I just want to leave, I don't want to leave that gap. If you want to specify the gap, you can, but I'll just put zeros on all these, okay, so that it touches. If you want to specify, the gap there, you can go ahead and do that. Then I'll just close it. Okay, it's right here. As you can see, it's touching there. So you can go ahead and do the same for all these others. Just go to cop there, select that member, hold control, select that member, right click, finish there. As you can see, just go to edit there. Make sure that one is selected. For these other ones, you can just put zeros there. Okay, click outside there. And if I just close, you see that I have that joint, perfectly, connected with that weld. Okay, that is in the workshop. For this joint, what you can do, I'll start with this one, select that one, select that member, hold control, select that one, right click, finish. I want to create a miter. Okay, I'll not change. You can go ahead and make sure that it's welded. Then what I'll do, I'll weld this one to that one, this one to that one. So what I'm going to do is to cop, click that one. Okay, select that member, hold control, that member, right click, finish. Okay, go there and just put zeros there. Make sure that you also activate the weld. Just close, activate the weld there, click on finish. Okay, I'll also select, go to cop there. I'm going to copy to that member there, hold control, select that one, right click, finish. Okay, now you'll notice that it's cutting there. It's just a matter of switching the arms. Sometimes behaves like that. You just drag that arm there, okay, and you see that it's going to connect properly. Then just go to edit and do the same things here. Okay, I'll just put zeros there. Okay, and close. So you can go ahead and do the same for all these joints. Okay, I'm not going to finish this. Go ahead and do that. Now for this one, I can just maybe weld it to that member. So again, let me just go to copy. I'm going to pick this one, hold control, and that one, and finish it. Okay, if you want, you can go ahead and change from there. Now you notice here that it's not sitting properly on top of the column there. So what I'm going to do, I can select that truss there, and I'm going to change from here to bottom. Okay, bearing vertical, select bottom, and you see that it sits on top right there. So in your absence, let me just finish one or two things. All the joints you can go ahead and finish, but I'll just finish in your absence and come back. Okay, so as you can see from here, all the members are connected. Okay, as you can see from here. Now if you have the connection, the joint is like that, you can still copy it. Select on that one, then select that member, hold control, and that one, then copy to that one, right click, finish. You see that it's going to copy like that. So go ahead and just try to check all the joints, make sure that you add the welds. Once you are done with all this, just a matter of now copying that truss to all the other locations. Okay, so I'll just position it there, and what I'm going to do, just select everything like that. Then make sure that that truss is selected. Then just a matter of just going to level 2. Okay, it's selected. Then I'll go to level 2. Okay, make sure that you are at fine level of detail. Let me go back to that view. Okay, it's deselected. So once again, I'm just going to select it like that. Okay, then if I orbit, the truss is selected. Then I'll go to level 2. Now I can see it. Make sure that you are at fine level of detail. Then I'll just go to copy there. Make sure that multiple is selected and constraint. And I can simply, copy the truss. Okay, from that position. I also want to pick the centers. Okay, maybe let me just go to let me remove the constraint there. See if I can pick the centers. Okay, so I'll still continue picking those, like that is the way I want to place my truss. Okay, right there. Then I'll continue until I finish, and this is the last one. Okay, if you want to place also in the middle, like somewhere here, you can go ahead and let me just activate the constraint once again. For some reason I'm not able to pick the center. Of course, maybe I didn't activate the snap, but let me just place my trusses maybe somewhere there at random. Okay, you can go ahead and activate the nodes there and pick the centers. Okay, so if I just go to the 3D, just cancel that one, see that you have the trusses right there. So this way you are able to create, your welded truss without a problem.